All right, guys, so I think I'm gonna start now. I definitely think I'm gonna start now. And yeah, I think by the time we get started, people will just join and join and join. So guys, we're doing 2016, May 2016 paper 2, cool. So starting off with paper 2, because paper 2 is dying, the most important paper pretty much. 50% of your grade is paper 2. So we really need to start off here. This is where we should start off. We definitely want to start where the meat of the matter is. So cool, so let's start with number 1 here. This looks really easy though. Let's just start. Everybody's seen my screen, everybody's hearing me well, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. So let's start 3 and 3 over 8 minus 2 and 1 over 4 divided by 1.5. So this is really easy, guys. Of course, you follow the BOMDAS rules. These are the rules for these type of questions. Follow the BOMDAS rules and change everything to fractions. Cool. Change everything to fractions. So for this, I'm going to change everything to a fraction here. 3 times 8 is 24. 24 plus 3 is 27 over 8 minus 9 over 4 divided by 3 over 2. 1.5 is 3 over 2. And I think the LCM between 4 and 8 would definitely be 8. Am I right? So I can find the LCM between 4 and 8. That would give me 27 over. Sorry, let me use a big line here. 27 would be over 8 minus 4 goes into 8 2 times. So it would be 9 times 2, which is 18 all over 8. And then, yeah, sorry about this. 27 minus 18 over 8. And then that's divided by the 3 over 2, right? So 18 minus 27, I think is 9, right? I think it would be 9. So
Yes, sir.
let me write it in white over here. So I'm going to end up with 9 over 8 divided by 3 over 2. Cool. And then I'm just supposed to flip that. So I'm going to end up with 9 over 8 multiplied by 2 over 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. 2 goes into 8 4 times. So my answer here, answer would be 3 over 4. I think that would be the answer. So let me just put that in pink and put it down here and say ANS is equal to 3 over 4. So remember, guys, start to use that habit, please, of writing ANS for your answer. So yes, guys, it's kind of simple. Subtract the top. So I have to do this first. After we do that first, then we're going to end up with 9 over 8 divided by 3 over 2. And then, of course, we just flip it, flip the right side and multiply, and we should get 3 over 4. So the answer for this one is 3 over 4. Really easy. Anybody have any problems with this one? I think it's really a breeze. And hey, Denise, it's good to see you. Thalia, it's good to see you as well. But this one really easy, guys. I think it's just really so easy, like not anything to worry about. Yeah, I think it's a breeze, to be quite honest. Should we overthink this one? No. Anybody have an issue with this one as well? Yes or no? Give me a thumbs up if you're okay with it. Thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up.
Okay with this, man.
Yeah, man, this one not hard at all. Should be a breeze. So cool. So let's move on, guys. Let's move on from this one. Okay, so this one says no, guys. 2.86 plus 0.75, and this is in brackets, plus 0.481 squared. Well, let me not put squared. And put the answer in 2 decimal places. So this is kind of easy to, guys. Remember, we just follow BOMDAS, right? And remember, the first one is brackets, and the second thing is exponents, right? Exponents meaning squared or cubed or whatever the case is, like 2 squared or 5 cubed or whatever. So the first one we have to do is add. So we can add these. It's kind of really easy to add these though. 2.86 plus 0.75. So 1, 1, 1, 6, 3.61. So this is going to end up being 3.61 plus 0.481 squared. I'm going to have to square that. I'll just use my calculator to square that though. 0.481 times 0.481, and that should give me this 0.231, 0.231361, and then I'm going to add that to the 3.61, and this should be my answer, 3.841361. Cool. So this should definitely be my answer, guys. So this is my, well, it's not my final answer. They asked me to put it to 2 decimal places. Yeah, they asked me to put it to 2 decimal places. So I definitely need to put it to 2 decimal places, guys. And yeah, let's put it to 2 decimal places. It's kind of easy. If it's 2 decimal places, guys, then we need to look at the 2 plus 1th place, which is the 3rd place. Hold on, let me let in these 2 people. Let me let in these 3 people, actually. Yes, so if we're looking at the 2 plus 1 place, guys, then we're looking at the 3rd place. And the 3rd place is definitely here. So we'll look at this 1, and is this 1 greater than or equal to 5? No, 1 is not greater than or equal to 5. So the answer should be 3.84 to 2 decimal places. So this is really easy, really easy. Very easy question. So the answer is equal to 3.14 to 2 decimal places. So that's a breeze. This should really be a breeze. So give me a thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up if you understand this one.
Yes,
Thumbs
sir.
up, thumbs up. Thanks, Ashan. Thumbs up if you understand this one. Yes, guys, you can give me a thumbs up if you understand. Evening, Adrian, what's up? You good? Good to see you, Adrian. Good to see you, Michaelia. Good to see you, Nathan.
Looks like a good leaving.
I hope you guys are doing well today. Nathan, good to see you, man. All right, so this completes this, guys. This completes this 3.84. And that's the answer for this one. This is really easy. I think I'm gonna move on. And of course, guys, you can look at the paper after this and look at the solutions as well. I'm gonna send you the solutions to this paper. And you can watch a video as well. Cool. So guys, let's look at this question now. Let's look at it together. It says Paul bought and sold a computer. He wrote his business activity as follows. So the cost price of the computer, let's call that CP, is equal to 1064. The mark price, which is the pretty much a selling price. The mark price, guys, is the same thing as selling price. Cool. The mark price of the computer is 1,399. And it says the discount on the mark price, if paid by cash, is 5%. So you get a 5% discount. 5% discount if you use cash, right? So that's basically what it's saying. So it says here, calculate the selling price paid in cash. So that's a good question still. Yeah, that's a pretty good question. So this is really easy still, like really easy. All right, sounds like somebody's mic is on though. Let me mute. 1 second, guys. Yeah, let me mute. So let me make sure everybody's muted. So, hey, Maureen, good to see you as well. And yes, guys, so for this one, it's kind of simple. Maybe let me ask somebody though. Trey, what do you think you'd do for this one? It's kind of so simple, but I'm still asking to see if you guys can think out this type of question. What would you do? You know, what would you do?
I would find the 5% on the discount and then add it to the market price.
Add it or subtract it?
I mean, subtracting.
And you subtract it from the 1399.
Yeah.
So that's what I would do still. So it's kind of simple, guys. For the selling price, remember the selling price is the 1399. So all you have to do, guys, is hey Romario, what's up, man? It's good to see you. So all you have to do, guys, is if you pay cash, guys, you're supposed to get a 5% discount on the selling price. So you have to say 1399 multiplied by 5/100. Yes, and I'd use my calculator for that still. Let me just use my calculator instead of overthinking it. Hey guys, make sure you stay muted, please. Please make sure you're muted. Mute your mic, guys, mute your mic. It can be a little disturbing. So yeah, let's use our calculators for that, guys. 1399. Let's find the 5% of 1399. Sorry. Okay, so 1399 times 5 divided by 100. So this would be the discount, guys, 69.95. Cool, so that would be the discount. And so the selling price with cash, guys, would be the 1399 minus 69.95. And that would give me my answer, right? If paid cash, because remember you get a 5% discount when you pay cash. And this is actually quite common, guys. If you go anywhere, a lot of the times if you pay for the item cash, you get a discount. So
wait, sir, question
go ahead.
for that one. If we're finding the 5%, 1399 multiplied by 5/100, 5% over the 100.
Yeah.
Right? I got 70. Not 69.
You got 70. You didn't do it right, man. You didn't do it right. You got 70, you probably use 1400, but it's not 1400, it's 1399.
No, I literally put in 1399 and it says 70.
It's rounding up. Your calculator is rounding up. Your calculator is rounding up. See here? 69.995. That's what you're supposed to get.
Oh, I put it as 5 divided by 100 times 1399.
Yeah, I think you made a mistake, man. Well, I think it's your calculator. Maybe your calculator is rounding up to 70, but it should be 69.95 for sure. Yes. So check your calculator to see if it's rounding up. If you have that setting, basically.
How do I check that?
Man. Yo, check me after class with that, man. What type of calculator do you have right now, actually?
Casio, I guess. Standard calculator.
All right, do me a favor. Multiply 0.99. Multiply 0.99 by 50 and tell me what you get with the calculator again.
49.5. 0.99 multiplied by 50, 49.5.
All right, multiply 0.999 by 50 and tell me what you get, Jaden.
3 nines?
Yes.
99 multiplied by 50. I get 50.
Right, your calculator is rounding up. You should get this, 49.95. I'll talk to you about that after class, bro, but your calculator not doing the right thing. For sure, it's not doing the right thing, guys. But this is what you should get, guys. Let's talk about the question. Let's go back to the question for a second. This is what you should get for your answer. So basically, you just need to find 5% of the selling price. And when you find the 5% of the selling price, you subtract it from the selling price, right? Subtract the discount from the selling price, and your answer should be this. 1329.05. So that should be an answer. Everybody can give me a thumbs up for this one if you understand. Is it making sense to you? Do you think that you'd have gotten mixed up and used the other value instead? Give me a thumbs up if you think this is okay, guys. If you think it's really simple. I think it's really
Yes,
simple,
it's
but
good.
yeah, it's kind of really easy. I don't think I need to overthink this one. So thumbs up, guys, thumbs up.
But wait 1 second.
Go
If
ahead.
you subtract it, normally the selling price would be larger than the market price, wouldn't it?
The selling price. The selling
Yeah.
price is the mark price. That's what you guys need to. That's what I want to make clear with this. The selling price is the mark price, guys. So here, when it says mark price of the computer, that is the selling price. You notice I put SP is equal to that. So
Oh.
guys, what mark price means is the price that mark on the item. So when you go to the store and you see the computer, for example, let's say this is the computer, the price that mark on the computer, say 1399 or whatever the case is, that's what the mark price is. So it's the same thing as a selling price. Do you understand what I'm saying? The
This
selling
case,
price is equal to the mark price.
in this case, because the discount formula is selling price minus market price, so that would be in this case.
No, you're mixing it up, Trey. You're mixing it up. What are you saying? No, I'm confused. I'm confused by what you said, actually.
So what's the formula for discount?
The percentage multiplied by the selling price. So the selling price multiplied by the discount percentage, whatever the percentage is, in this case is 5 times 100, that will be equal to the discount.
Okay.
So the percentage multiplied by the selling price or the mark price, I'm trying to show you, Trey, that the selling price and the mark price is equal to the same thing. They're not any different.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you go to a store, guys, and you see a price marked on the item, like you see 1399 on the item, just like when you go to like a store or a pharmacy or anywhere, don't you usually see the little white mark on it? That's what you call the marked price. So it's a selling price. It's the same thing. It's not any different. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys.
Sir, so what's the cost price?
The cost price is how much it costs the consumer to buy it. Does that make sense? So the cost price is not usually marked on the item. It's not usually marked on the item like 1399. The cost price is just the real price of the item. And most people don't know the cost price. The cost price is just the price that the business person buy the item for. So let me give you a good example. If I am a businessman and I'm selling computers, right? What I originally buy the computer for is the cost price, but what I want to sell it for is the mark price or the selling price. Does that make sense, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the cost price is just the cost of the item. I mean, I think it's just really easy.
Sir,
Yeah, go ahead.
so does that mean you could subtract the mark price from the cost price to know the profit?
Yes, that's exactly what it means, actually. So yes, to get your profit, you can subtract the cost price from that's exactly what the formula is for profit, guys. The profit is equal to the selling price minus the cost price. So yeah, that's the formula for finding the profit. So yes, guys, maybe this is just a reminder for your consumer arithmetic. Maybe you guys don't remember the terms that much, but it's kind of simple.
I need to go over those.
It's really simple though, guys, really simple. I have videos on it too. If you want to look at my YouTube channel, I have a lot of videos on this, guys. Yeah, I have videos on this for sure. Let me just clear my screen and show you guys which videos to look at. My consumer arithmetic videos. So these videos down here. If you want to brush up on this section, you can definitely look at this. My first couple of videos, profits and losses, percentage profit and loss. Yep. So yeah, you can look at these videos, guys, if you need like a refresher. So profit is equal to selling price minus the cost price. Yeah, the loss is equal to the cost price minus the selling price. Yeah, if you want a refresher, you can look through those videos. But yeah, but it's simple, guys. Let's continue though. Let's just continue. So found the selling price, guys. Let me just clear the screen. The selling price is 1329.05. When you pay cash, because you get a 5% discount when you pay cash, this is the discount, 1329.05. Let's scroll down to see what's next though. It says the profit or loss as a percentage of the cost price. So yes, they want us to find the profit percentage here. So guys, I don't know if you remember the profit percentage formula, but the profit percentage formula is equal to the selling price minus the cost price divided by the cost price multiplied by 100. This is the formula. Yes, this is exactly how you calculate the profit percentage. So that's what we need to do now, guys. We need to calculate the profit percentage. That's what they're asking us for. Yes. When they say the profit or loss as a percentage of the cost price, that's what they mean, the profit percentage. So guys, it's kind of simple. We already found the selling price. The person bought the item cash. So we're going to say the profit percentage is equal to selling price, which is a 1329.05 minus the cost price. Let's scroll up onto the cost price one more time, guys. Remember, it was 1064. So it's minus 1064 divided by 1064 multiplied by 100. Cool. And when we work that out, guys, let me rub this out for a second. When we work that out, we should get, well, let's use my calculator. Let's use my calculator over here so that you guys can see me working it out as well. So 1329.05 minus 1064. Oops. 1064 divided by 1064 multiplied by 100. Cool. So that's the profit percentage. So the profit percentage is equal to 24.91%. So this would be my answer. And guys, you can write down this formula still if you really don't remember it. It would be nice to write it down. Yeah, it would be nice to write down this profit percentage formula because I realize that a lot of people don't remember these formulas. So it would be nice to write it down. You don't get it in the formula sheet. So it would be nice to remember this formula in case you, just in case you get it, you know?
Hey, sir, I got it to work.
Good, good.
It's regular. It got me to the 49.95. Yeah. Figured.
Good. Good, Jaden. Good, guys. So okay, good. So guys, I think this is pretty much cool. I think we can move on now. But what I'm gonna do, guys, before we move on from this, I'm just gonna give you some formulas for this before we move on, just as a reference. So yes, I'm going to ask you guys to write down these formulas. Maybe I have a little book or something for this workshop. You can write down these formulas for me, please. So guys, the profit is always equal to the selling price minus the cost price. So write that down, please, if you don't remember. The loss is always equal to the cost price minus the selling price. The profit percentage of the cost price basically is equal to the selling price minus the cost price divided by the cost price multiplied by 100. This is what they call the profit percentage. Profit percentage. And then the loss percentage, guys, is equal to the cost price minus the selling price over the cost price times 100. So these formulas, guys, you need to know these 1, 2, 3, 4 formulas related to consumer arithmetic. They don't really come in the formula sheet, so it would be good to know them just in case they come. And it makes perfect sense to guys. Let me give you a good example. If I buy an item for $10 and I sell it for, my cost price is $10 and my selling price is equal to $20, then obviously my profit is going to be 20 minus 10. Make sense? So selling price minus my cost price is going to give me my profit. Same thing here, guys. If I buy something for $10, but I sell it at a loss for $8, then so my cost price is equal to 10, my selling price is equal to 8, then clearly my loss is going to be 10 minus 8, which is the cost price minus the selling price. So these stuff are really common sense still, but I still want you to have these formulas just in case you don't remember and you don't have time to like refresh yourself with a whole video or whatever. This is good enough for you to remember.
Yeah.
All right, so everybody got this? Thumbs up. Everybody wrote this down?
Yeah, yeah.
Right. All right. So
Sir,
cool. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, Adrian.
Whenever you hear say about the profit and loss percentage, something, sir.
The profit and loss percentage. Well, this is the formula, man. Just use the formula. If you want to find the profit percentage, you have to use this formula. Selling price minus cost price over the cost price times 100. So that's what they ask you for down here in this question. The profit or loss as a percentage of the cost price. That's what they're asking you for. They're asking you to find the profit percentage, which is this formula here. And if it was a loss, you'd find the loss percentage, which is this formula over here. So that's why I asked you to write it down, Adrian. Did you write it down? Yeah, that's why I asked you to write it down.
Yes,
Because
sir, yes.
just in case they ask you for the profit percentage. By the way, guys, when it says the profit as a percentage of the cost price, that's what the profit percentage is. Or loss as a percentage of the cost price. That's what the loss percentage is. They're asking you to find the profit or loss percentage. So you'd have to use this formula. This or that formula, one or the other. So I hope you guys wrote it down. It's good to have this. It's good to have it. Cool. And then boom, let's move on now. So we're going to move on now to this section. It says orange juice is sold in cartons in 3 different sizes. So 350 milliliter is this price, 450 is this price, and 500 milliliters is this price. Which size orange juice is the most cost effective buy? So the first thing I'm gonna do, guys, is I want the cost for 1 milliliter for each one. So I'm gonna divide the 4.20 by 350. And that should give me the cost for 1 milliliter for the first one. I think that makes perfect sense. I think that makes perfect sense, guys. So 4.20 divided by 350. So this would give me 0.012 per 1 milliliter, right? So that's for the first one. The second one now is going to be 5.35 divided by 450. So I'm going to find that one. 5.35 divided by 450. This is going to give me 0.01188 per milliliter, per 1 milliliter. So this one clearly is cheaper than this one so far. So the second one is cheaper than the first one so far. And then the last one is going to be 5.80 divided by 500. Let's work that one out and see how much it is. 5.8 divided by 500. And this one ends up being 0.0116. Cool. 0.0116. And then this is in per milliliter as well. So which one is the most cost effective buy? I think it's the third one, guys, the 500 milliliters. The third one is the most cost-effective one. So the 500 milliliters carton, this is the most cost-effective. That's definitely the most cost-effective one. Yeah, so that would be my answer still. I would say, let me give myself more space maybe. So I would say, guys, for my answer, the 500 milliliter carton, this is too big. Yeah, the 500 milliliter carton is the most cost effective buy. Yeah, because it just costs less. When I divide it by the 350, guys, it's 0.012 cents per milliliter. This one is 0.118 per milliliter. So this one is 0.116 per milliliter. So this one is the cheapest one per milliliter. So the answer is definitely the 500 milliliter carton. So the third one is, and generally, guys, a lot of the time when you go to the supermarket and buy the biggest one usually is the cheapest one in terms of cost related to how much juice you get or whatever. But that's, you have to justify your answer like it says. So I would divide through. I would definitely divide through. All right, so this wasn't so bad, guys. I think this was simple. Thumbs up if everybody understand this one. Wasn't too bad. Thumbs up, everybody, thumbs up. Denise, Ariana, good to see you. It's good to see you, Ari. All right, guys. So
Wait, sir, to find the most cost effective, it's the selling price divided by the cost price?
no, that's not what this is, bro. It's totally different, Jaden. There's the selling price is here, but there's no cost price. It's not that type of question, man. It's just trying to show
Sorry,
you.
I mean, the price, the ratio between the cost.
I divided the price by the milliliters
Yeah,
to show
that's
you
what
how
I'm-
much it would be per milliliter.
Yeah,
So for
yeah, yeah.
each milliliter in the first one, for each milliliter of juice, it
Mhm.
cost me 12 cents per milliliter. The second one is 0.011. Well, not 12 cents, but I wouldn't say 12 cents. I'd say $0.012. This one is cheaper though, and this one is even cheaper. So the last one is the cheapest per milliliter.
No, I'm saying, so it's kind of like a ratio cost to the amount of milliliters you get. So you divide.
Yes,
how
it's kind of like a ratio. Yeah, it's kind of like a ratio. So you divide, I divide it this way. You can actually divide the other way too, but I rather divide this way to see how much it costs per milliliter.
Wait, you can divide the other way?
Yeah, you can divide the other way as well. So you actually can divide 350 by the 4.2. You can divide that way if you want to and see which one gives you the smallest one again. But I rather not do that, to be honest. I rather this way. But either way works, guys. It doesn't really make a difference. As long as you're able to calculate which one is the cheapest, then you're okay.
So, sir, if you're dividing the last question, if you're dividing the sentence, if it's like the ratio where it's how much it costs and how much you get, and you do the reverse, what are you calculating? The same thing? Because what you calculated was the price per milliliter, but when you do it the other way around, are you calculating? What are you calculating?
Well, that's a good point. You'd be basically be calculating the milliliters in relation to the price. So it'd be kind of different, to be honest. It would be different. And if you did it that way, it actually picked the largest one instead of the smallest. So I don't like, I'm being honest with you, I don't like that way. I'd rather divide through by the dollars.
Right.
I'd rather divide through divide the dollars by this, because I know I have to choose the smallest one after that. So I don't really like the other way. I rather this way.
Right.
So
if you did it the other way, you'd have to pick the biggest.
yes, you'd have to pick the biggest one. You'd have to pick the biggest one.
All right.
But give me a thumbs up, everybody, if you get it. Tajan, it's good to see you as well, bro. I never got to hail you when you came in. Thumbs up to everybody. Easy, not too bad, manageable. If you don't understand, guys, remember, voice your opinions. We're going through everything today.
Sir,
Go ahead.
sir, why exactly is it the last one with the 500?
Because it's the lowest cost per dollar. It's the lowest cost. It's the cheapest one. Make sense? If you divide through by the milliliters, the cost, and you get this per 1 milliliter, each single milliliter, you should choose the cheapest one. That would be the best. That would be the best deal. They're asking you for the most cost-effective buy, so they're asking you for the best deal. Which one is the best deal out of all of these three to buy? And it's the last one because the last one is the cheapest per milliliter. Make sense?
Mhm.
Sir,
Yeah.
honestly, I don't think I really understand decimals in terms of what's large and what's small. So I was thinking it was the second one just because it has the most numbers, you know, going towards the right of the
But how you don't
decimal point.
understand that, man? That's not good. Let me just explain that then. You should be able to understand that without. Let me just explain it to you, Nathan. So 0.012, 0.011, 8, and 0.0116. Let's put a 0 here. Cool. For all of these, it should be easy for you to put this in decimals. Still, yeah, it should be pretty easy for you to put this in decimals, Nathan. This one is the biggest one. It definitely is the biggest one. This is the same thing as 120 over 1, 2, 3, 4 over 10,000. This one here is the same thing as 118 over 10,000. And this one here is the same thing as 116 over 10,000. So this one is the smallest one. You should be able to tell, Nathan, in terms of which one is bigger or smaller. This one is bigger. This one is the biggest one, the one on top. This one is the second biggest, and this one is the smallest. It makes sense to you now, Nathan?
Yeah, I understand that, but all right. So for this question,
Remember, this is in dollars, bro. This is the cost per milliliter for the carton. Per milliliter, you pay this amount for the last one. So you're paying the least with this one. That's why it's the best deal. Is it making sense?
But how's the 0.0116 smaller than the 0.12?
It is. Let me subtract it for you to show you. 0.0120 minus 0.0116. Cross out this would leave a 1 and a 1. That would be 10. This would be 4. 1 minus this would be 0. 1 minus that would be 0, 0, 0 point. So this is clearly larger than it. That's why you can subtract from it.
Wait, oh, you left off a 0. I thought it was just 12. It's 0.0120.
No, it is 0.012. I added the 0. I just added the 0. You can always add a 0 to a decimal, I added the 0. It's 0.012, but I added a 0.
Right, yeah, I get it.
So even if it was this, even if it was just 0.012 minus 0.0016, I'd have to add a 0 here anyway. So yeah, this is clearly bigger than this, man. No doubt. It's clearly bigger. And yeah, it must be bigger, Nathan. Like, think about it this way. Think about it this way, 0.012, and the next one is showing 0.011. There's a 6 here, but it's definitely smaller, man. There's no, this one is, I mean, it's really obvious to me still. If there was a 2 here, it would be bigger, but it's smaller. It's smaller for sure. It's smaller. If I was to subtract this from the top, I'd have to put a 0 here, then cross out this 1. That would leave a 10 here. 6 minus a 10 would be 4. So this one is bigger. This one is the biggest one. As I say, if you put them over 10,000, it's still gonna be bigger. you know. So yeah, the smallest one is definitely C.
Yeah.
I think we're
Because-
overthinking this one.
Okay. Easiest way to put it, the first one, it's all about which number is closest to one. $1, 0.012 closest is the closest to $1. 0.01188 is not
This is the cheapest one. The last one is the cheapest
and
one.
0.016 is the furthest from $1.
Yeah, it's the cheapest one.
Right?
Simple.
If you
Yeah.
really want to, but that's closest to 10.
But I wouldn't say that. I would just say
Difference
it's the
is-
cheapest one.
Well,
Like, it's the cheapest one.
because the difference is, yeah, the difference is like 0.002. The
Go ahead.
difference between the two.
Go ahead.
So you'd say it's the cheapest one, and is the cost effective buy is the cheapest one, and even though it is the cheapest one, you get more juice.
Yeah, you get more juice. You get more juice for your dollar. That's why this is the cheapest one. So it's not because you get more juice why it's the cheapest one. It's the cheapest one because when you divide all of them to get the cost per milliliter, because that's what I didn't know. I divide all of them by the milliliters to get the cost per milliliter. And when you get the cost per milliliter, per 1 milliliter, this one is showing the lowest cost. So obviously that's the best buy. If, for example, let me just give you an example. Suppose this one had showed the first one when I divide, suppose the first one showed 0.10. This would be the cheapest one. But it didn't. That's the most expensive one because that's the largest number. You know? But guys, let's not overthink this still. It's 3 marks. Let's move on. We can't overthink stuff like that. Believe me, you're not gonna have that much time to think about that in the exam. You're gonna have to think quicker than that still. So let's do these questions, guys. Number 2. Geez, we spent way too long on the first section, but let's move a little quicker, guys. Number 2 now. This is really easy. I need 2 brackets. It says factorize this completely. This is a perfect square. So guys, yeah, I would say 2a and 2a. Yes, and which 2 numbers when I multiply will give me -16? 4 times -4 will give me -16. I think that would be perfect. So I'm going to say -4 plus 4. And this will be my answer. This is really easy, the first one. So yes, I factorize that one, and that's what I get. This is perfectly easy, so easy. This is what you call a perfect square, guys. Why is it called a perfect square, guys? The only difference between this bracket and that bracket is the plus and the minus. So that one is really easy to factorize. And this one now, guys, 3y squared plus 2y minus 8. So the only thing that's gonna give me a same thing here, guys, 2 brackets. 2 brackets. And the only thing that's gonna give me 3y squared is 3y times y. So I know that there's a 3y here and then there's a y. Cool. Yes, yes, definitely. And how do I usually do this now? I usually say I need 2 numbers that when I multiply give me -8. But when I add the 2 numbers, I should get the 2.
-4 and 6.
-4 and 6, you think? -4 and 6.
4 and 6 is 2 and 6. 4 is 24. -24. -4.
-4 and 6. That's kind of big, bro. -4 and 6. I don't think those are the 2 numbers. We need to find out which 2 numbers are here and here,
You're
guys.
skipping a step. My bad. I didn't realize you're skipping a step.
Yeah. So hold on. Let me just double think this though. Yes, I need 2 numbers that when I multiply should give me -8.
Sir, -2 and 4.
-2 and 4. -2 times 4. Yeah, I think that might make sense. I think that might make sense. -2 and 4. Or is it 2 times -4? That could be an option as well.
You said the 2 times -4 and I get -2.
I think 2 times -4 is right, actually. Yeah. So I need 2 numbers that when I multiply will give me -8. And then 3 times one of the numbers plus the other number should give me the 2. And that makes sense. So that's why I know it's 2 and -4, guys. The reason why is because 3 times +2 minus the 4 is gonna give me a +2. So this would end up being 6 minus, whoops. Oh boy. Sorry about that, guys. I pressed the button by accident. Can you guys see now? Everybody can see?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how I usually do these type of questions, guys. Let me just show you. I need 2 numbers that when I multiply will give me -8. And I need two numbers as well. 3, because of these 3s, 3 times one of the numbers plus the other number should give me the 2 here. So I think it's 2 times -4. Why do I think so? I think so because 3 times 2 minus 4 would give me the 2 in the middle, which is this 2 here. So it makes perfect sense to me, guys. So the -4 is actually here and the +2 is actually right here. And this is my answer for sure. And let me just work it out for you guys to show you why it's 2 and -4. Let me just show you guys. When I expand this bracket now, guys, 3y minus 4 times y plus 2. Let's expand the brackets. 3y times that would give me 3y squared. 3y times 2 would give me plus 6y. Minus 4 times y would give me minus 4y. And then minus 4 times 2 would give me -8. These 2 is going to end up giving me 3y squared plus 2y minus 8, which is this here. So I know that's why it's not -4 should be here and +2 should be right there. So the 2 numbers that we need are +2 and -4. When we multiply +2 and -4, we get the -8. And then 3 times one of the numbers, in this case, is going to be 2 minus plus the other number, which is a -4. That gives me the 2 in the middle. Cool. Yeah, so that's why the answer is -4 and 2. And another thing, guys, if we use the other way around, guys, meaning the +4 and the -2, then we wouldn't be able to get the answer. Meaning, if we use +4 and -2, we wouldn't be able to get the 2 in the middle. We'd get a -2 in the middle. We wouldn't be able to get the 2 in the middle at all. So that's why I know this is right. 3y minus 4, y plus 2. Cool. So anybody have any issues with this at all? Thumbs up. Everybody okay with this one?
Sir, could you fully work out A again so I can see why A is A?
A, all right, let me work on A for you. It's easy still. Okay, so I looked at it and the first thing I said, the only thing that's gonna give me 4a squared is 2a multiplied by 2a or 4a times a. But I know it's not 4a times a because I end up with a middle value that's not even there. So this is definitely not it. It's 2a times 2a for sure. So that's how I got the 2a and the 2a. Now, the number here, the 16, I do the same thing. I need 2 numbers that when I multiply, it should give me -16. And all I can think of is 4 times -4. That's what gives me the -16. So all I have to do now is just put in the -4 and the 4. If I multiply these out, it shows you the right thing as well. This would give you 4a squared. -4 times 2a would give me -8a. Yeah. 2a times the +4 will give me +8a. And then the -4 times the 4 will give me -16. This will cancel that, and I would end up with the same thing, 4a squared minus 16. So I know it's right. I know what I have right here is definitely right. Make sense, Nathan?
Yep, I get it now.
Yes, it's really simple. So these weren't too bad, guys. Thumbs up for everybody. Everybody understand these? Thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, everybody. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, guys. Yes, it's a big crowd today. A lot of people at class. This is really good. This is a good turnout still. Really a lot of people here today. So thank you guys so much for coming. Let's move on to the next question though. Yes, so this one now, guys, says solve the simultaneous equation. Solve the simultaneous equation. So guys, this looks pretty easy to solve to me. So guys, 2x plus y is equal to 3, and 5x minus 2y is equal to 12. So guys, I like to use elimination when it comes to solving these. I like to use elimination to solve simultaneous equations. So how do we use elimination, guys? This is the first one. This is the second one. Guys, you just look at the coefficients here, the 2 and the 5. I'm going to multiply the top row by 5. So you multiply the top by this 5, and then I'm going to multiply this row by 2. And that is going to give me, for the first row, it's going to give me 10x. 5 times 2x is 10x, plus 5y is equal to 5 times 3 is 15. And then I'm going to get, for the second row, I'm going to get 10x minus 2 times minus 2y give me minus 4y is equal to 5. Well, 2 times 12 is 24. And these are the equations I get, guys. Let's call this 3 and let's call this 4. And now I'm going to subtract number 3. Well, I'm going to subtract the bottom one from the top one. So 10x minus 10x will cancel these two. I'm going to get 0. Minus 4y minus 5y. This is going to end up being plus 9y. The two negatives end up being a plus for that 4. Then 15 minus 24 is just going to be equal to negative 9. So that's my answer, guys. I'm going to end up with negative 9y. Well, not negative, sorry. Positive 9y is equal to negative 9. And then I'm going to divide both sides by 9 to get rid of the 9, of course. And y is going to be equal to negative 1. So if y is equal to negative 1 now, guys, it's really easy to solve now. I can use the first equation, 2x plus y is negative 1. So 2x plus negative 1 is equal to 3. So 2x minus 1 is equal to 3. So 2x is equal to 3 plus 1. So 2x is equal to 4. So that means x is equal to 2. So that's the answer for this one, guys. Y is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. So guys, if you don't remember how to solve simultaneous equations, I have a video on this on my channel. Should I send it into the groups? And all you really need to focus on, go ahead, Trey.
Yeah, you could do that, please.
Yeah, I got sent it into the groups. All you need to focus on for simultaneous equations, guys, is using elimination. You don't need to use substitution. I wouldn't encourage that you use substitution. I would much rather use elimination to solve it. But it's really easy when you use elimination, guys. It's a breeze. It's not really difficult. And let me just share it into the group as well. Let me share it into the group. A simultaneous equation video. Yes, so for simultaneous equations, guys, try to use elimination. Elimination is really easy. It's really easy. I just sent the video into the group.
What if they specify?
What you said?
What if they specify to use one method or the other?
Well, if they specify, then you have to use the method they ask you for, but I doubt they're going to. I doubt they're going to. That would be kind of mean. Go ahead, Adrian.
Sir, I'm gonna see you get the 9, sir.
You don't see how I get the 9? Let me do it one more time for you guys. So let me give myself a little more space, and I'm gonna do this one more time for you guys. One more time. One more time. Cool. So guys, simultaneous equation, I'm going to use elimination to solve it. It's really easy, guys. 2x plus y is equal to 3. 5x minus 2y is equal to 12. As I said, guys, all you need to do is look at the coefficient, the number in front of this one. First thing you need to do is multiply the top one by 5. Everything in this thing by 5. Multiply the other one by the 2 here. And you're going to end up with, for the first row, 5 times everything here is going to give you 10x plus 5y is equal to 15. This is going to be equation 3. This is equation 1. This is equation 2. And then the next one is going to be 2 times 5 is 10x. 2 times negative 2y is minus 4y. And 2 times 12 is 24. So what I'm going to do now, guys, is I'm going to subtract the bottom one from the top one. So I'm going to subtract this one here from this, the whole equation. So 10x minus 10x would give me 0. Negative 4y minus 5y, this is going to be a double negative, so I'm going to end up with a positive, and I'm going to end up with plus 9y. 24 minus 15 is going to give me negative 9. So you see how I got that now, Adrian? 9y is equal to negative 9. You see how I got it? Go ahead.
Sir, or you get the negative 5 when there's a positive 5 there. If it's not positive 5y?
Yeah, this is positive 5y, but 5y minus 4y is going to give me a 5y plus 4y.
Oh, okay, I get it now.
Yeah, they're two negatives, guys. They're two negatives. So this is going to end up being a positive. So I end up with 9y is equal to negative 9. That would mean that 9 is equal to, y is equal to negative 1, right? So now that I have y is equal to negative 1, I can use any of these equations to put y is equal to 1 in there. So I'm going to use the first one here, 2x minus 1. Remember, y is minus 1 is equal to 3. So 2x should be equal to 3 plus 1. So 2x is equal to 4, and that means x is equal to 2, right? If I divide both sides by 2, x is going to be equal to 2. So my answer is y is equal to minus 1 and x is equal to 2. Cool. So, and they gave you 5 marks for this. So if you solve this, you'd get 5 marks. That's interesting. Yeah. So if you want to remember how to solve a simultaneous equation, guys, look at the video in the group, and just use elimination. I don't think you should focus too much on substitution if you don't have the time. Just know how to solve one of these. You know, try to know how to solve one of these just in case it comes. So guys, I'm gonna move on. Not gonna spend too long on it. And we're going to move on to this now. It says the table below shows corresponding values of the variable x and y, where y varies directly as x. So guys, you guys remember direct variation? It says here y varies directly as x. So this means, guys, if y varies directly as x, this means that y is equal to, the first one is equal to a constant multiplied by the second one, x. Cool. So this is what it means, guys. Y is equal to kx. And it says here, calculate the values of t and u in the table. So guys, this is really easy still. I'm not gonna lie, this is really easy. All we have to do, guys, is find k. So with these type of examples, guys, with direct variation, the first thing we need to do is find k, the constant. Cool. So we need to find k, the constant. And in this case, guys, how do we find k? Well, like they said that when x is equal to 6, and yeah, when x is equal to 6, when x is equal to 6, guys, y is equal to 3. So when x is equal to 6, that means y is equal to 3. So this means 3 is equal to the constant times 6. So now we can find the constant, right? 3 is equal to 6k. And if we divide both sides by 6, guys, the constant is going to be equal to 3 over 6. So the constant is equal to a half. Cool? Or 0.5.
Yes, sir. Could you run that back for a second?
No problem. It's cool. So the first thing we need to do, guys, anytime we have a direct variation question, is we need to write the formula. Y is equal to the, it's always the first one is equal to the constant times the second one, which is why y is equal to kx. And then when we get this formula, guys, we need to find the constant k. How do we find the constant k, guys? It says here when x is equal to 6, y is equal to 3. So we can put that in the equation. X is 6, y is 3, and we can solve to find the constant. So 3 is equal to k times 6. And when I solve, k is equal to 3 over 6, which is half, right? So once I find the constant now, guys, right? That's the first step. It's always the first step. Find the constant. So once I find this step now, guys, I can always find these values here by using the same formula. Remember, y is equal to kx, but we know the constant this time. So in this case, guys, it says when x is equal to 10, y is equal to u. So let's just put that in the equation. Y is equal to k is the constant, which is a half, times 10. So y is equal to a half times 10, which is 5. So when x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. So u here is equal to 5, guys. Does that make sense? I use the formula to find it. So u is equal to 5. So that's one of my answers. Because the constant is a half. When x is equal to 10, y is equal to 5. Cool. Same thing for this one up here, guys. We can use the same formula to find that question as well. Let me rub this out over here. Rub this out. Cool. So let me find the second one now. We found the u. So when y is equal to 9, x is equal to t. So we need to find the t. Same formula, guys. Y is equal to kx. We already know that k is equal to a half. So we know what y is. Y is 9. So 9 is equal to a half. We know what the k is, but we don't know what the x is. Times x, which is the t. So we need to solve for the x, guys. So 9 is equal to a half x. So let's multiply both sides by 2. That should get rid of the half. 2 times the 9. And we're going to end up with 18 is equal to x. So that means that t is equal to 18. So here, the t here is equal to 18, guys. So that's the answer. So the two answers, guys, are u is equal to 5 and t is equal to 18. And guys, I'm actually gonna send a video on this in the group.
Hold on.
I have a
Sir,
very,
I've tried
very
to-
good video
Sir.
on this topic. Go ahead.
So, sir, if we get that question, one of the question, yes, sir. So we have to do all of them type of work, you know, like?
Go ahead. Could you repeat that, Adrian?
Sir, if we get a question like this, sir, we have to go do all them type of work, you know, there, sir.
Yeah, bro. That's why we're doing it.
For the question that says for each of the number them, so we just write it the way.
Well, I get you still. I'm not gonna lie. If you can pick up, it's kind of really obvious still. So if you can pick up here, guys, that if 6 is 3, u is clearly gonna be 5, and t is clearly going to be 18. If you can pick it up, it's kind of obviously a trend. Then you're still gonna get the marks, you know. You don't necessarily have to use the whole formula that I used. But the reason why I'm showing you the formula too, the y is equal to kx, is because sometimes it's not that easy to spot. It's easy to spot with this one still. You can clearly see that x is 2 times what y. It's really easy to see. but not all the time it's that easy to see. So I have to show you the formulas so that
Hold on, sir, because what else I realized, when we were trying to find what T was,
hey Rosalie, what's up? Go ahead.
no, sir, because when we were trying to find out what T was,
Yeah.
the constant that we had with the unknown variable, and we tried to say, okay, so what X would be in order for that to work, right? That makes sense. But I also said, what if I was to reverse it? In the sense that I tried to make y, because y is 0.5, right? Y is a half, right? But again, I found that x was 2 instead of saying that y is a half, which means that y
I'm not understanding here, Jaden. I'm trying to understand what you're saying, but
that means that x is always 2. Sorry?
I hear you kind of chipping in and out, Jaden, but it's
No,
kind of
sir,
obvious. It's kind of obvious to see that x
I
is 2
know,
times
I
y.
know,
Like
I know,
x
but
is
not
clearly
in
2
all.
times y, no doubt.
I know, sir. But I was also saying that I used the same constant to find the what the constant was, the direct variation, in relation to x to y instead of y to x.
So
Because it's
guys,
supposed-
let me just stop right here though. The reason why I write this out, guys, hey, one thing's for sure, guys, if you put that u is equal to 5 and t is equal to 18 without putting the formulas and stuff, you're gonna get 2 marks. You're gonna get 2 marks. Out of the 3, you're gonna get 2. Because you just give the answers. So you're right. But without showing you guys, like without showing the formula, the direct variation formula, you're probably not gonna get the 3 marks. You'll definitely get 2 marks, but you wouldn't get the 3 marks. And another thing I'm trying to say to you guys is that not all the time it's as easy to see. Like suppose y here was 3 and x here was 40. You understand what I'm trying to say, guys? What would you guys do? You wouldn't be able to spot it, would you? You wouldn't be able to spot it.
what if 3 that of y was 3 and x was 40?
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to spot it. It wouldn't be as easy to see that. Yeah, suppose this was 40 and suppose this was 3.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah. So you find
suppose, just suppose. What would you do?
well, then we'd have to find the
And
constant.
this would not be 10 and this would not be 9 either. These would be different
Of
values.
course.
You'd have to find the constant. It's the same thing. That's why I give you the formula in the first place. So I just sent a video into the group, guys, for this, for direct variation and inverse variation. I'm just going to talk
Right.
about it just for a
So it'd
second.
have to be that.
Hold on, Jaden. Hold on.
You'd have the, we're trying to find what's correctly.
Hold on, Jaden. Just hold on. I want to talk about this. So guys, let me just talk about both of this. If something says, guys, where, for example, just like how this question says, where y varies directly with x, the formula is going to be y is equal to kx. And then you use these 2 values to find k. This is what you always do. This is the first step. This is what you always do with these type of questions. Not all the time it's going to be as easy to say that u is equal to 5 or t is equal to 18. It's not going to be that easy all the time. So in case it's not easy to see, it would be best to use the formula, find the constant. And then when you find the constant now, you can use the same formula to find the other values. Cool. Now, guys, suppose it said here, where, let's use 2 different letters though, where A varies directly with B squared, for example. And this is also an example that comes sometimes too. A varies directly with B squared. Suppose it says that in the question. Just like how it says where y varies directly with x. Suppose it said where A varies directly with b squared. Suppose it said that, it would be a is equal to k b squared.
Oh.
So I'm just trying to show you guys that there are different forms of this type of question. Not all the time it's gonna be as easy as it look. Cool.
No, so, just a quick question.
Go
Not a
ahead.
quick question, just a request, right? Because in the earlier example, we're trying to find the constant using 3 and 40. Could you work that out? How you would just do that, for instance?
What do you mean? I'm confused now. I'm not hearing you too well, Jaden.
No, I'm saying that before, when you said that you gave the example, what if it was 3, y was the O3, or yeah, you're trying to find the
Oh,
O3
you were
and the
saying the case that suppose this y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 40. What do you do?
40.
Well, you do the
Yeah.
same thing. Y is equal to kx. You need that, and then you need to find k. So we'd have to say y is equal to 3 when k x is equal to 40. So we divide both sides by 40, and the constant would be equal to 3 over 40. So we found the constant, and then once we find the constant now, we can find the other values. Yeah, we can definitely find the other values now. So let me find the other values for you to show you. Let me use the same 10 and 9. Let's use the same 10 and 9. So y is equal to kx. When x is equal to 10, y is equal to 3 over 40 times 10. So this is going to end up being y is equal to 30 over 40. So that would be the answer for this one. U is equal to 30 over 40. And the next one would be when y is equal to 9. So this would be 9 is equal to 3 over 40 times x. And this would end up being 9 times 40 over 3. 3 goes into 9 3 times. So x will be equal to 120. Yeah, this would be equal to 120 when y is equal to 9. And that makes sense, right? If y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 40, when y is equal to 9, then x would be equal to 120. So I'm just trying to show you guys that not all the time it's so simple and easy to see. Cool? Not all the time it's that simple and easy to see that, oh yeah, y is 5 and t is 18. It's not that easy to see. Sometimes they give you values like this, and you have to use the formula. So the main thing to remember, guys, is the formula. I sent a video on this in the group. You can watch as well. Just watch the video.
Sure.
You'll get the gist of it. Go ahead.
Still don't understand how you get the 120.
Let me work it out one more time for you. So guys, I changed the question just a bit, just so that we could show an example of when it wouldn't be so easy, right? So I changed the question just a bit, and let me just show you the 120 situation. So it says here y is equal to 9, right? Y is equal to 9 when x is equal to t. So I need to find that t. So y is equal to kx. In this case, guys, our k is 3 over 40. So we need to find the x, right? So 9 is going to be equal to 3 over 40 times x. So we need to divide the right side by this 3 over 40. So I'm going to end up with 9 multiplied by 40 over 3 is equal to x. That's what I'm going to end up getting. This is going to flip, guys, and multiply the right side. 3 goes into 9, 3. 3 times 40 is 120. You see what I did now, Maureen?
Oh, because if it's multiplied on one side, you have to divide it on the other.
Yeah,
So
yeah. So 9 divided by 3 over 40 is going to end up giving us 9 multiplied by 40 over 3. Which is this here, and we end up with 120. Well, guys, I think we're overthinking this though. Let's not overthink the questions. It's 3 marks, guys. Like, you can't spend so much time thinking about these questions. You just have to work them out and move on. So please look at the video I sent into the group. Hey, Akino, good to see you as well. Look at the video I sent into this group on direct and inverse variation. It's a very good video still. Let me just look at it before I move on. Yeah. So yes, this is the video, guys. So in this video, they give you really good examples, really good examples on this. See here, same thing. Y is directly proportional to X. When X is equal to 30, Y is equal to 45. Find Y when X is equal to 40. Very similar, guys. So you can watch this video. Hey, Akino, good to see you, man. And you can watch this video, guys, in order to see style questions like it. See here, Y is equal to KX. You find K. After you find K, then you can find the value of Y when, sorry, let me go back a bit. You can find the value of Y when X is equal to 40. So this video, guys, it shows you in the first 10 minutes, it shows you some really good examples, guys, of the same type of questions, same style questions. So you can definitely work them out. So look at this video, guys, please, I'm begging you, just to make sure that you get this part of the exam. Quite really easy, but to be honest, it's actually quite easy. So just take a look at this video. I sent it into the group, but we need to move on, guys, and finish up the rest of the paper. I think we're moving kind of slow today. So let's move on. Cool. All right, so let's look at this one now, guys. We reached number 3. I know it take long still, but we reached number 3. And it says here, this is really easy though. It says the Venn diagram below shows the number of students who study history, French, in a class of 30 students, right? So it says write an expression in X in its simplest form for the total number of students in the class. So this is really easy, guys. I think it would be 18 minus X plus 14 minus X plus 5 is equal to the total. Does that make sense? I think that would be the answer. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Does that make sense to everybody here? Everybody can give me a thumbs up or at least say, sir, that don't make sense.
Sir. Because you're going to literally 18 and 14 and 5. You add everybody in it.
Yeah, you
So
add
that
everything
makes
in it. Yes, that's
Right,
exactly
right.
what you do. So to get the total number of people, you add up everything. And I think that makes perfect sense. And if we add up everything, guys, this is the thing though. If we add up everything, 18 minus X plus 14 minus X plus 5. If we add up everything, this X will cancel that X. We're going to end up with 18 plus 14 plus 5 would give us 37 minus X. So this is really what they want, the 37 minus X. So it's going to end up being 37 minus X. They said it in its simplest form, so this is what they want. They want you to add all the numbers and work out all the X's, and this is how much you're supposed to get. Cool. So this one, well, simple, guys. Obviously, the total number of people would be the number of people here, the one in the middle, here, and here. And if you add all of that, you're gonna get 37 minus X. Cool. So let's scroll down now. It says, state which of the following relationships are true. So this is what? History and French. And it says, state which of the following relationships are true or false. So it says here, H union F is equal to the universal set, right? And is that true? No, this is definitely false. And the reason why it's false is because H union F would just be the 18 minus X, the X, and the 14 minus X, and it would leave out the 5. So yeah, this is false. The first one is false for sure. And the next one says history intersect F prime is equal to the null set, right? And that's not true either. This is also false because history intersect F prime should be this section here. It should be 18 minus X. So yeah, this is definitely false as well. So both of these are false actually. Does everybody understand why they're false?
Yeah, because F is everything outside of it.
Yeah, this one is not working out. So let me just color code it for a second. Let me just color code it, guys. So the first one, guys, they said that, let me make it blue, and yeah, let me make it blue. So the first one, guys, they say H union F is equal to the universal set, but that's not true. H union F is right here. Everything that's shaded in the blue here. And it doesn't include the 5. So the universal set would include the 5. So that's clearly false. It has to be false. Does that make sense? Yes, well done, Nathan. So yes, if it included the 5, if the 5 was included in here, then yeah, it would be the universal set, but it isn't. So that one is false. The first one is definitely false. And the second one, no. For the second one, no, guys, right? Let me rub out the blue. For the second one, guys, it says H, which is here, intersect F prime. F prime is everything outside of F. So if you intersect H and F prime, guys, let me just make it yellow. You're going to end up with here, right outside here, which is H only, the 18 minus X. So that's not equal to the null set. 18 minus X is not equal to null, which is empty. It's not equal to the null set. So this is definitely false. So both of these are false, no doubt.
So H prime intersect F prime would be the null set?
No, H prime intersect F prime would be the middle here.
Oh, right. Because it would be
so-
everything inside of it.
Yeah, but H
Sure.
intersect F prime is going to be that yellow section right there. Go
So
ahead.
what would give it
Sir,
the null
I was asking if the intersect sign, how that look?
Intersection sign is upside down N. This means intersection.
Oh, could you write it, sir?
Yes, teacher. That's it. That's what
Okay,
intersection is.
Oh, the N down.
The N
Okay.
means intersection.
Okay.
And U means union. So N is intersection, guys. If you don't remember, N is intersection
Okay.
and U is union.
Luckily, this won't be coming on the test. So
Hopefully.
hopefully, I don't think it's on the. I don't think it's on paper syllabus or paper two.
Well, I'm not really seeing it either, so let's not spend too much time on this. But personally, though, I wish it came because it's just so easy. Like it's just
Yes.
ridiculously easy.
I prefer it.
Yeah, I'd prefer it comes because it's really the easy bad.
That's
know?
true. You prefer it for true.
Yeah, so I'm not seeing it though. I'm not seeing sets on paper too. So let's not spend too much time on this. Let's just move on actually. But we're just going through it just in case, you know. So it says here, determine the number of students who study both history and French, right? So that one, not so bad, guys. History and French is the people in the middle, right? Am I right? So this is it, guys. 37 minus X, everything added together should be equal to 30 students. So that means 37 minus 30 should be equal to X. So X is actually equal to 7 students. So the middle, the ones who study history and French, it's supposed to be 7 students.
Sir, where 30 come from?
Where did 30 come from? It says here, Adrian, in the Venn diagram below, it shows the number of students who study history and French in a class of 30 students. So if you add up everything together, 18 minus X plus X plus 14 minus X plus the 5, it should be equal to 30 because there are 30 students in the class. So you should get 37 minus X is equal to 30 students in the class. and then x should be equal to 37 minus 30. So x is equal to 7. That's how you work it out, guys. So determine the number of students who study both history and French. 7 students. So guys, let's not spend too much time on this though, because it's not showing on the paper 2 to come, but just in case, right? Let's move on now. It says here, using a ruler and pencil and a compass, construct a triangle PQR, where PQ is equal to 5 centimeters and PQR is equal to 60 degrees. So this one kind of easy, guys. It's well easy still, manala. Well easy. So first of all, I'm going to draw a line like this. And then it says, another thing, guys, if it says QPR, the angle is at P, the middle letter, and that is equal to 90 degrees. So that means the 90-degree angle is at P. So first of all, I'm going to draw a 90-degree angle. I'll swing my compass like that. I'll put the compass point right here, open it big and swing it like that. And then I'll put it right here, keep the same size and swing it like that. And I'm going to end up with a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to draw, oopsie. I'm going to draw through that and I'm going to get a 90-degree angle. And this 90-degree angle, guys, is going to be P, because remember QPR is equal to 90 degrees. So the angle is at P. Cool. So the next one now, guys, says PQR is equal to 60 degrees, right? So the angle is at Q, but it says PQ is equal to 5 centimeters. So I'd measure 5 centimeters right here, and then I would put Q right about here. But then I need to measure 60 degrees at Q, right? So I'm going to set, so boom, draw a little, oh boy, I don't really like how that one look. Draw a little compass, use my compass and draw. Then I'm going to set, so put my compass point right here, then swing it here. And that should give me a 60-degree angle. And once I do that, guys, I'm going to draw the line through that 60 degrees. And yeah, through the 60 degrees. And I want it to meet the other line, right? So let me go down just a little bit, give myself more space. Cool. So once I do that now, guys, the here would be 60 degrees right here. And this line I want to meet here. So I'm going to draw this right up and through, and yes, that would be my triangle. And it makes perfect sense, guys. So here is 60 degrees. Here is clearly 30 degrees, and it even looks like 30 degrees as well. And up here would be R. Cool. Right here, this point here would be R, and that would be, I would be done. So I would then use my ruler and I would draw a dark outline outside the triangle. So I guess that's so, oops, let's make it black. So I'm gonna set so boom, boom, boom. And that would be my triangle. And then I'm going to set so and put a 90 degree here to show that there's 90 degrees. I guess say 60 here. And I'm going to say 30. Well, these are kind of too big though, to make it smaller. Yeah, these are kind of too big. So I'm going to say 60 degrees. And then 30 degrees. And then, yeah, I still want to have like my circle though. Still want to have my circle over here to make it look like I drew my 60 degree properly. Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's it, guys. That's it. That's how you do it. Simple. Not too bad, don't. How many triangles we draw like this already, man? How much triangle we draw like this, guys? Whole heap. We draw a whole heap of triangles like this already, guys. But just remember, when they give you the angle, guys, QPR, remember the angle is at P. When they give you the other angle, PQR is 60 degrees, remember the angle is at Q. Cool? Cool, cool.
Sir, question.
Go ahead.
Is there any other way I could draw this and still get it correct?
Yeah, of course. But
Okay.
it's just which other way would you draw it though? That's the problem. You can draw it any other way, man. Meaning that you can draw. Well, let me just show you what I mean. Let me show you another way you can draw it. You can draw it this way still. With the 90 degrees here instead. And the 60 degree here. You can draw it that way. But you just need to make sure that the P is right here. The Q would be right here instead. And the R would be here. So you can draw it that way. 60 degrees would be here. 30 degrees would be here. You can draw it that way if you want to. So you don't have to draw it the same way I did. You can make it different. As long as you make sure that the P is at the 90 degrees, the Q is at the 60, and the R is at the 30. As long as you draw it that way, it's good. It don't matter which way you draw it, as long as the letters are at the right place. Cool. And Nathan, as a man who do TD, this should be a breeze for you.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, man. So gone. So that's a breeze, easy. So it says here, measure and state the length of PR. So let's go back to the triangle. PR is from here to here. I don't know how much it would be, guys, because I using a computer screen, so I can't measure it. But yes, I can't measure it, guys. I definitely cannot measure it, but you guys should, of course, measure it with your ruler, right? You should measure it with your ruler. And when you measure it, guys,
It's 8.4.
I think so. Well, you did it. Somebody just drew it.
Yeah, I drew it.
Oh, nice, nice. So it should be 8.4 centimeters. Cool. And then it says measure the angle of PRQ. This is 30 degrees, no doubt. We don't even have to think about this one. That one well easy to solve. That one is 30 degrees. Yeah, so that's what you should get, guys. When you measure when you drew the triangle and you measure the line, you should get 8.4. And the angle up here, it's asking you for the angle at R. So remember, we already have the angle at Q and the angle at P. It's asking you for the angle at R. So obviously that other angle is 30 degrees. And here would be 8.4 centimeters. If you drew it out, you'd measure from here to here, this distance. And that would give you 8.4 centimeters. Cool. So guys, this wasn't too hard at all. This was kind of easy still. 8.4, 30 degrees, boom. So that gives us 6 marks. 6 marks for drawing the triangle and measuring it in centimeters. And the degrees, that one was easy. So yo, this well easy still. This is an easy 6 marks, Manala, well easy. And let's go ahead.
I would like to know, suppose you get something like this on your paper too on Wednesday, what would you use to measure it?
A ruler.
Oh, so you can carry the ruler into the exam?
Yeah, of course. You carry a calculator, you carry a geometry set. You carry a lot of things in the examiner. It's not like you go barehanded. You go with your calculator, you go with your geometry set. So you should have your compass. Go ahead.
Oh.
Yeah, you should have your compass.
Calculator and your pencil and your rubber.
No, man, you have to go with a ruler, man. You need a ruler for the exam, guys. So if you don't have a ruler or a geometry set, a geometry set usually have a ruler, but carry your ruler, man. You're gonna need a ruler for sure. And you're going to need a compass to draw these stuff. You're going to need it.
Oh, I never know. I thought it was just a calculator and the pencil and your rubber.
No, sir. You need a geometry set. You need a geometry set, guys. Straight up, you need a geometry set for the exam. Yeah, you need a geometry set. So, yeah, you need a geometry set. So let's look at this geometry set and the stuff in it. You're gonna need these stuff. You're gonna need a protractor like this here. You're gonna need these stuff, man. You're going to need a compass, a ruler. Yeah, you want a ruler, you want a compass. Like this one. And yeah, you want these stuff, guys. You want these stuff. And you want this, you want the protractor too, just in case you need to do a pie chart and you need to measure off the degrees. This one here, this same one here. You want one of those. Cool. So you want a geometry set for the exam, guys, for sure. Cool. Oops. All right, guys. So, all right. So, man, we're really taking a long time, though. What time is it now? 2:44, almost 2 hours already. Okay. So number 4, we're taking a long time today. I don't know why we're taking so long, but we should be moving a little faster. So this one now says the diagram below, not drawn to scale, shows a silver box with no lid. The sides and bottom of the box are 1.5 centimeters thick. So cool. So 30 on the outside, 20 on the outside, 15 on the outside, and then 1.5 centimeters in the middle. Calculate the volume of the box using the external measurements. This is easy. Volume is equal to length times width times height. In this case, guys, it's definitely 30 times 20 times 15. So this one really easy. This is just so ridiculously easy, guys. So that's going to be 9,000 centimeters cubed. 9,000 centimeters cubed. So that's the measurement of the outside of the box. So this one really easy still. They're just asking you to find the volume of the box, which is ridiculously easy. The volume is equal to the length, the width times the height. And let's scroll down now. It says here, complete each of the following statements. The internal length of the box is 30 centimeters minus 2 times 1.5, right? And that's really easy, guys. This is going to be 30 minus 2 times 1.5 is 3, and that's going to be 27 centimeters, which is just so easy. Yes, so the next one, guys, it says the internal width of the box is, so let's scroll up a bit, guys. We can see that the width is 20 centimeters. Remember, the width, guys, is always here. Length is the longest, width is here, and the height is vertical. Height is always vertical. So the width is 20 centimeters. So guys, just like how you had subtract 3 here to get the length, it's the same thing we need to do for the width. 20 minus 3 should be equal to 17 centimeters for the width of the inside. And then the depth means height. This one is going to be the other one, the 15 centimeters minus 3. 15 minus 3, and this is going to be equal to 12 centimeters. Cool. So guys, you guys understand?
Sir?
Everybody understand?
No,
Yeah, sorry.
Sir, where you get the 3? I can't understand the rest of the numbers. Where you get the 3?
Well, no, sorry. This one, guys, is actually not 3. This one is 1.5. So this is minus 1.5, and this should be 13.5 actually for that one. Yes, so let me show you where the 3 comes from, guys. Let's go back to the box for a second. Cool. So let's go back to the box. So guys, there's an outside width for sure. Yeah, there's an outside width, guys. And then there's an internal width, guys, right? So obviously the outside, guys, we can see that that's the 30, the 20 times the 15. So that's the outside. But if you look here, guys, there's a 1.5 right here as a distance. Yeah, there's a 1.5 right there. So here and here should be 1.5. That's why you subtract 3 from the 20 to get the internal thing. There's an internal box in the box, guys. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Cool. There's an internal box in the box. Yeah, there's an internal box in the box. So I have to subtract, because here is 1.5, here to here. So if I was supposed to subtract, if I was supposed to get the internal box, it would be 20 minus 3. This one would be 30 minus 3 to get 27, which is why I get the 27, 17. And then the last one, guys, for the height. Let me just double check the height here. Did the height even change though? Let me just check. Height don't look like it changed by much still. Let Let me just double check that though. The last part is hard to see, the internal depth. The last part for the height is kind of hard to see. So the height here, guys, we're supposed to subtract 1.5 from the height, from the 15 to get 13.5. But yeah, it's kind of hard to see that it's 1.5 instead of 3 though. So basically, guys, there's a box inside a box. Cool. There's a box inside a box. So let me just rub these out. There's a box inside a box, guys. That's basically what the question is saying. So we'll have a box. Oh boy. We'll have a box, guys. Let's draw it. We'll have a box. Oh man, that's a terrible box. Oops, oops. Let me draw a box. All right, and inside this box, there's another box. There's another box inside the box, guys. So basically that's what that's what the question is saying. And we need to find the internal box and the external box, sorry. So we found the volume for the external box. The width should be 17, 20 minus 3. The length should be 30 minus 3, sorry. And the depth should be 15 minus 1.5. And it says here now, calculate the internal volume of the box. So this wouldn't be too bad, guys. The volume would be 27 times 17 times 13.5. And that would be the volume for the internal box. Cool. It's a weird question still. But the answer would be 6,196.5 centimeters squared. Yeah, so that wouldn't be too bad. That wouldn't be too bad. And let's scroll down now. It says here, the box is made of silver, which has a mass of 10.5 grams for each centimeters cubed. Calculate the mass of the silver box. I'm giving your answer in kilograms. Cool. Man, this one kind of rough too, to be honest. So guys, how do we calculate this, guys? So basically, guys, they want the mass of the silver box, which in this case is the outside of the box, the mass of the outside. So what we actually have to do, guys, we'll actually have to subtract 9,000 from 6,196.5, and we should get 2,803.5. Yes, we should get this in centimeters cubed. And we need to multiply this now, guys, by the 10.5 in grams to get the answer in kilograms, right? So if we multiply that by that, guys, we actually should get is that correct though? Yeah, it is correct. Yeah, we should get 29,436.75 in grams. This is what we should get. And if we divide this by 1,000 now, guys, the answer in grams, the answer in kilograms should be equal to 29.43675 kilograms. Cool. So that should be the answer, guys. So long story short, let me just try to explain this though. They're trying to ask you to calculate the depth of the box on the outside. So there's like a box inside a box here, guys. They want you to calculate the depth of the box on the outside. Like if you took out the middle, they said the rest of it is silver. So, and it's heavy. It's 10.5 grams for each centimeters cubed. So that's why we multiply the 10.5 by the difference. And then we divide it by 1,000 to get the kilograms for the box. This is a weird question still. I really hope they don't give you anything weird like this, but I do notice though, guys, that number 4 in the exam tends to be like a measurement question. So they usually tend to give you something like this. But I don't really like this question, to be honest. I mean, I really just don't like it. It's not the best question. But hopefully they give you something easier related to this question. So that's the answer for this one, guys, 29.43 in kilograms. And let's move on. Let's move on. Let's not spend too much time on this. Let's move on to number 5. Maybe we should take a break now. It's like been 2 hours. Can we take a short break, guys, and come back? Does it make sense?
Sure.
Yes. 10 minutes. Let's take a 10 to 20 minute break. Let's take a break, man. We've been going hard. And we still have to finish this whole paper. So let's take a break, guys. Let's take a 15-minute break, maybe. Take a breather, do something fun in the break. Yeah, we can't just go on forever. And I can hear that you guys losing interest right now. So let's take a break. Let's do something fun in the break, guys. I'm not sure what you guys want to do. We'll also have a paper 1 to go through as well. So we'll have stuff to do. But let's take a break, guys, and then come back to it. Give us 10 to 20 minutes, guys. Take a breather. I'll see you guys in a second. Cool.
hard to tell. Yes. Ooh. Yeah, because I'm telling you you weren't there. I was curious. Oh, maybe I didn't. Or that, or you didn't know the subject. Ooh. Ooh. What is the colors? Black. Green, purple. Yeah, that's right. I'm letting y'all choose the colors. Y'all choose the colors.
Hey, you guys, you can hear me?